Hello students, once again we are going to enter in the period of test or unit test or periodic test. So here just to see from where question arises means commonly. So if we are talking about the first page, very first page here, this date is important, 14th July 1789. This date they can ask in any form. Okay, it can be in take the correct answer or true false or incorrect sentences. No. So this date is important when the revolution began, 14th July 1789. Then we come on this page. If we are coming here, the first thing is they are asking who was the ruler of 1774. So please keep it in your mind. Who was the ruler? Louis XVI of Bourbon family. Sometimes can we also ask his wife? So his wife is Austrian Princess Mary Antoinette. Okay, then from here only this is also in bold letters, so this word is also important, libres. Then here clergy, then tithes and tithes. So what is this also we can see. What is libre? The libres is unit of currency in France, discontinued in 1794. Then what is clergy? Clergy group of person invested with special function in the church. Then what is tithe? A tax levied by the church comprising 1/10 of the agriculture produce. Then what is tithes? Tax to be paid directly to the state. Then we are coming on this page. In this page also one thing is written. It is written that subsistence crisis. What is subsistence crisis? The subsistence crisis is an extreme situation where the basic means of livelihood are in danger. Okay, then one more thing can also we can see from this page. The population of France rose from about 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. Okay, if we are talking about this page is especially important for the books. Here you can see the books, two treatises of the government written by Locke and Jean Jacques Rousseau. Then here you can also see the spirit of the laws written by Montesquieu. Okay, then here they have learned from USA about the legislative, executive, and judiciary. Then, if we will come in this page is important, as here you can say here they can ask you the date of General State Assembly, 5th May 1789. Then here one more book is here, The Social Contract, which is written by the Rousseau. Then one date is here on 20th June. What happened? Here on this date they have formed the National Assembly. Then two persons are important over here as Mirabeau and Abbassius. Who was Mirabeau? Mirabeau was born in a noble family. Okay, but he was convinced of the need to do away with a society of feudal privilege. Then here, who was Abbassius? Originally, he was a priest. Okay, and he has also written one book, The Third Estate. One pamphlet was there, Third Estate. Then here we can see one important date is here also, 4th August 1789. What happened 4th August 1789? Here the assembly passed a decree abolition of feudal system. Okay, then here the National Assembly completed the draft of the Constitution 1791. Okay, please keep this date in your mind. Then what is the object? Its main object was to limit the power of the monarch. Okay, then we are coming here. Here also you can see that this assembly given power to whom? They have given power the man above 25 years and who has paid at least 3 days of wages in the form of tax. They are having right to cast the vote. Then here the declaration of right of man and citizens. So this one is also important. Sometimes this one can be also asked. Okay, then these symbols. So symbols you keep it in your mind with the figure. Try to draw the figure. Okay, this is a broken chain, bundle of rods. No, then coming on this page. Here, this one is important. The Marseillaise is now the national anthem of France. Okay, what happened when they were moving from Marseilles to Paris? That time they were singing a song. So that song later on become a national anthem of France. Then here, very important thing, who was the leader of Jacobin Club? Maximilian Robespierre. Is it? Then dress can be also asked that what was the dress of the Jacobin Club? So they were wearing the long strip trouser. Okay, as here we can say sometimes it can be also asked who was the Sun Cloths. So the Sun Cloths means they were the Jacobins, to be known as a Sun Cloths. And what is the meaning of this? Those without knee breeches. Okay, without knee breeches. And also they can be wore red cap as the symbolized of liberty. Then here we can see another important date is here. The newly elected assembly was called the convention, and when it was elected 21st September 1792. And now this assembly has given right to man whoever 21 years. Earlier National Assembly they have given right to men who whoever 25 years old, but the convention has given right to vote 21 years. Okay, and for all the men. Then this date is also important here. Louis XVI was sentenced to death by a court on the charge of treason on 21st January 1793. Okay, then this one is also important, the reign of terror. Which period is considered the reign of terror? 1793 to 1794. Then one device was here, the device which is made by Dr. Guillotine. So the device name is the Guillotine, is a device consisting of two poles and a blade with which a person is beheaded. Okay, it was named after Dr. Guillotine who invented it. Then here, if we are coming on directory, from here we can see a directory rules France, and here also what is directory? Directory is a here directory an executive made up of 5 members, and because of the disunity of this directory, the political instability of the directory paved the way for the rise of a military dictator Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, then from here, now the Napoleon Bonaparte is going to be started. After this, first we are coming on this page which is related to the women. For the women, if we are going to see what they were doing, what was the condition they were taking the part in the revolution, as here they worked as seamstresses or laundresses, sold flowers, fruits, vegetables as market, or were employed as domestic servants. Okay, then some other works also, the cook, fetch water, queue up for the bread. Okay, these all work done by the women in French society. Not only in French society, even today also we can see these work done by the women. Okay, then here one famous club was there. The club name is the Society of Revolutionary and Republican Women was the most famous of them. Okay, so few of the clubs were there. Among those clubs, this club is most famous. Then if we are talking about the condition of the women, now here what the French government has started, they have started the women can file divorce. Okay, they can run the business, the education make compulsory. Okay, these all things given provided by the government to these women's, but they have not given political rights. So finally here, when the women got right, finally in 1946 the women in France won the right to vote. This date is also important. Okay, now here, if we are talking about the slavery, just see, the slave trade began in the 17th century from where Europe, Africa, and Americas. Then here, one more place is here, here the ports, Bordeaux or Nantes. Then one more date is here, what is given, finally abolished in French colonies in 1848. What? Slavery was finally abolished. Okay, so this one. Then here we can see one more date is also here, 1789 in France. So many changes in the lives of man, women, and children. Then here, now the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizens proclaimed freedom of speech and expression to be natural rights. Newspaper, pamphlets, books, printed pictures flooded the market. Okay. Then here we are coming finally on Napoleon Bonaparte. Here Napoleon Bonaparte, what we will see in 1804, he himself declared as a emperor in France. Then what else he has done? He introduced many laws such as protection of private property, uniform system of weighing and measurement provided by the decimal system. Okay, so these things he has introduced. Finally, he was defeated at Waterloo in 1815. Then here, the idea of the liberty, democratic rights were the most important, which was not enjoyed by the French people, but in all over the democratic countries. Even we are also enjoying. We are also uh, taken from there.